In this video, let us discuss how to find the general solution of a trigonometric equation. Now we will discuss how to find the general solution of a trigonometric equation. First, let us recall the general solution of sin x is equal to 0 and cos x is equal to 0. You have studied that sin x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to n pi, where n is an integer. If x is integral multiple of pi, then its sin value is 0. Sin x is 0 when the angle is integral multiple of pi, or when the angle is n into pi. Also, you have studied cos x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to z. 2n plus 1 in the sense odd number, odd multiple of pi by 2. When x is odd multiple of pi by 2, cos is 0. Cos of x is 0. So, cos of x is 0 implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. That is, the general solution of cos x is equal to 0 is x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Here you can note that there is an arbitrary constant, arbitrary integer n. So, this is the expression involving the arbitrary integer n satisfying the given trigonometric equations. Also, tan x is 0, tan x is nothing but sin x by cos x. So, tan function is 0 whenever the numerator, that is cos, is 0. So, tan x is equal to 0 implies sin x is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to n pi. So, whenever x is integer multiple of pi, tan x is 0. So, the general solution of tan x is equal to 0 is x is equal to n pi, where n is an integer. Now, we have 3 more theorems which will help us in finding the general solution of trigonometric equations. First theorem, the statement of the theorem is, for any real numbers x and y, sin x is equal to sin y implies x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y, where n is an integer. Sin x is equal to sin y implies x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. Let us prove this. Proof. We have sin x is equal to sin y, which can be rewritten as sin x minus sin y is equal to 0. And sin x minus sin y is nothing but 2 cos of x plus y by 2 sin of x minus y by 2. Here this is equal to 0. 2, I can take it to the right hand side. Here 2 is multiplied. So, when we take it to the other side, it will be 0 by 2. So, we have cos of x plus y by 2 sin of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0 divided by 2, that is 0. So, now cos function into sin is equal to 0. So, product of factors is 0. So, either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. That implies either the first factor, that is cos of x plus y by 2 is 0, or second factor, that is sin of x minus y by 2 is 0. Cos of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0. We have cos x is equal to 0 implies the angle x is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So, in the place of x here we have x plus y by 2. So, this angle x plus y by 2 will be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. This is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 where n is an integer. Or we have sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. Sine of x is 0 when x is integral multiple of pi. So, here the angle is, that is x minus y by 2 is integral multiple of pi, n into pi, where n is an integer. Now, we shall simplify these two expressions further. Here 2 cancels. So, we have x plus y is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi, where n is an integer, and x minus y by 2 is n pi. So, x minus y will be 2n pi, where n is an integer. Let us take y to the other side. So, this is x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi minus y, and here x is equal to 2n pi plus y. Now, x is equal to 2n plus 1, which is an odd number, 2n is even. So, adding one more to it will be an odd number. So, 2n plus 1 is odd number into pi minus 1. Minus 1 can be written as minus 1 to the power odd numbers. Take any odd numbers, 2n plus 1, minus 1 to the power 2n plus 1 is always minus 1, isn't it? Minus 1 to the power odd number is minus 1. So, here minus 1, we will be writing it as minus 1 to the power 2n plus 1 into this y as it is, where n belongs to z. Similarly, on the other expression, x is equal to 2n pi, 2n in the sense an even number into pi plus, I can write this 1 into y, 1 as minus 1 to the power an even number. Minus 1 to the power even number is always plus 1. So, this plus 1, let us write it as minus 1 to the power 2n into this y as it is. Now, look at the first expression. Here x is odd number into pi plus minus 1 to the power odd number into y. And in the second expression 2n, so it is even, x is equal to even number into pi plus minus 1 to the power even number into y. So, when we combine these two equations, here it is odd numbers, there it is even numbers. When we combine odd and even numbers, we get integers. So, I can combine these two expressions and I can write it as x is equal to maybe odd or even, say an integer n, pi, number into pi plus minus 1 to the power a number into y, where n is an integer. Here if n is odd number, it will represent the first expression. If n is even number, it will represent the second equation. So, when we combine these two equations, we get x is equal to integer into pi plus minus 1 to the power integer into y. That is what we wanted to prove. Whenever sin x is equal to sin y, the relation between x and y is x is equal to integer into pi plus minus 1 to the power integer into y. Theorem 2. For real numbers x and y, cos x is equal to cos y implies x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y, where n is an integer. Let us prove this. Proof: we have given cos x is equal to cos y. If cos x is equal to cos y, we have to prove that x is 2n pi plus or minus y. Cos x is equal to cos y can be rewritten as cos x minus cos y is equal to 0. And we have a formula for cos x minus cos y. Cos x minus cos y is minus 2 sine of x plus y by 2 into sine of x minus y by 2. Let us simplify this further. We shall take this minus 2 to the right hand side. See, this minus 2 is multiplied to the sine function. So when we take it to the other side, it will be 0 by minus 2 0 by minus 2, that is 0. So product of two factors is 0 implies either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So here either sine of x plus y by 2 is 0 or sine of x minus y by 2 is 0. So here sine of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0. We have sin x is equal to 0 implies x is n into pi. Sine of the angle is 0 whenever the angle is n into pi. So here in place of the angle is x plus y by 2. So instead of x, here we have x plus y by 2. So x plus y divided by 2 is integral multiple of pi, that is n into pi, where n is an integer. And in the second case, sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. Again we will be using the same remark. Sin x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to n pi. So here x minus y by 2 is equal to 0, sorry, sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0 implies x minus y by 2 is equal to n pi, where n is an integer. Now let us simplify these two expressions. In the first, we have x plus y is equal to 2n pi, where n is an integer, and in the second, it is x minus y is equal to 2n pi, where n is an integer. So what is x then? In the first case, x is 2n pi minus y, and in the second case, x is 2n pi plus y, where n is an integer. So in the first case we have x is equal to 2n pi minus y. In the second case x is 2n pi plus y. So how to combine these two? First term is the same, second term may be minus y or plus y. So combining these two, expressions, what we get? X is equal to, first term is same in both the cases, 2n pi. Second term is minus y in the first case, plus y in the second case. So it may be plus or minus y. If it is plus y, it will represent the second expression. If it is minus y, it will represent the first equation. So, whenever cos x is equal to cos y, x is 2n pi plus or minus y, where n is an integer. Theorem 3, if x and y are not odd multiple of pi by 2, then tan x is equal to tan y implies x is equal to n pi plus y, where n is an integer. If x and y are not odd multiple of pi by 2, what if they are odd multiple of pi by 2? If x and y are multiple of pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2, then tan function is not defined. So, if x and y are not odd multiple of pi by 2, then tan x is equal to tan y implies x is equal to n pi plus y, where n is an integer. Now, let us prove this. Proof. We have given tan x is equal to tan y, which can be rewritten as tan x minus tan y, which is equal to 0. Now, tan x can be written as sin x divided by cos x, and tan y is sin y divided by cos y. Sin x by cos x minus sin y by cos y. Take LCM in the left hand side. So, sin x into cos y minus cos x into sin y. We have sin x into cos y minus cos x into sin y, which is the numerator. The denominator is cos x into cos y, which is equal to 0. So, cos x into cos y, we can take it to the right hand side. So, it is 0 into cos x into cos y, which is a 0. So, we have sin x cos y minus cos x sin y is equal to 0. And what is the sin x cos y minus cos x sin y? This is nothing but sin of x minus y. So, sin of x minus y is equal to 0. Sin of an angle is 0. Sin of x is 0 implies the angle x is n into pi. So, here x minus y is n into pi, where n is an integer. So, what is x then? X is n pi plus y, where n belongs to z. So, whenever tan x is equal to tan y, x is n pi plus y, where n is an integer. So, these three theorems will help us in finding the general solution of a trigonometric equation. So, sin x is equal to sin y implies x is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y, where n is an integer. Cos x is equal to cos y implies x is 2n pi plus or minus y, where n is an integer, and tan x is equal to tan y implies x is n pi plus y for integer n. Next, we shall solve some problems. So, first question, solve cos x is equal to half. Solve cos x is equal to half. Solve in the sense you have to find the solution. So you have to find all the solution, or you have to find the general solution. General solution gives us all the solutions of the trigonometric equation. So whenever you are asked to solve the trigonometric equation, it means you are asked to find the general solution. So here we want to find the general solution of cos x is equal to half. If it is cos x is equal to 0, we can use this expression, x is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, but here cos x is half. So let us try to write it in this form. Cos x is equal to cos of y. Can you write half in terms of cos function? Cos of what is half? Cos of pi by 3 is half. So half can be written as cos of pi by 3. So we have cos x is equal to cos of pi by 3. So compare it. Cos x is equal to cos y implies x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y. So in the place of y, here we have pi by 3. So this implies x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus pi by 3, where n is an integer. So this is the general solution of cos x is equal to half, is the general solution of the given trigonometric equation. Second one, solve sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. This can be done in two ways. First method, we can find the principal solution, one principal solution of this trigonometric function. Sin is negative. Sin is negative in third and fourth quadrants. In the third quadrant, we take the angle as pi plus the acute angle, and in the fourth quadrant as 2 pi minus the acute angle. What is the acute angle here? We have to take the positive value of sine function to find the acute angle. So sine of pi by 3 is, sine of pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So the angle A is pi by 3. So the acute angle is pi by 3. So the principal solutions are pi plus pi by 3 and 2 pi minus pi by 3. We need one angle. So we go for 3 pi plus pi by 3, which is 4 pi by 3. So get one principal solution, and then we can rewrite the equation as sin x is equal to sine of 4 pi by 3. Hence, using the theorem, we can write the general solution. General solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. In the place of y, here we have 4 pi by 3. So therefore, the general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. Y is 4 pi by 3 for integer n. The second method is sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. That is minus root 3 by 2 is nothing but sine of pi by 3. So minus sine of pi by 3. And we know that sine of pi plus theta is minus sine theta. So minus sine theta can be written as sine of pi plus theta. minus sine theta can be written as sine of pi plus theta, that is pi by 3, or is 3 pi plus pi, which is 4 pi by 3. So what do we have? Sin x is equal to sine of 4 pi by 3. So the general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the pi n into y into 4 pi by 3. Next question, solve cot x is equal to minus root 3. Cot x is equal to minus root 3. We would like to have it either in sine, cos or in tan. Cot function we can write it in terms of tan function. So take the reciprocal, tan x will be equal to minus reciprocal of root 3, that is 1 by root 3. Now we have to find a principal solution. So we see the value of tan. Tan function is negative. Tan is negative in second and in fourth quadrant. In the second quadrant we calculate the angle as pi minus a. In the fourth quadrant we take it as 2 pi minus a. A is the acute angle. So to get the acute angle we equate tan x as plus 1 by root 3. Tan of pi by 6 is root 3. So angle, acute angle is pi by 6. So what are the principal solutions? They are pi minus pi by 6, which is 6 pi minus pi, that is 5 pi by 6, or it is 2 pi minus pi by 6. 6 into 2 pi is 12 pi, 12 pi minus pi is 11 pi, 11 pi by 6. So we can write tan x is equal to minus 1 by root 3 as tan x is equal to tan of 5 pi by 6, one of the principal solutions. Tan x is equal to tan of 5 pi by 6. So we can write the general solution using the theorem. Tan x is equal to tan y implies x is equal to n pi plus y. So here x is n pi plus 5 pi by 6, where n is an integer. Also we can use the second principal solution, the same equation. We can write it as tan x is equal to tan of, instead of 5 pi by 6 we can use 11 pi by 6. In that case general solution is x is equal to n pi plus 11 pi by 6, where n belongs to z. These two general solutions, they may look different because of the second terms, but they represent the same set of equations, same set of solutions. That is, if I substitute n is equal to 1 in the first equation, we get x as 1 into pi, that is pi, plus 5 pi by 6. And what is this sum? 6 pi plus 5 pi is 11 pi by 6. If I substitute, say n is equal to 2, it is 2 into pi. X is equal to 2 pi plus 5 pi by 6, which is 12 pi plus 5 pi, that is 17 pi by 6, or I can substitute it as 0. If I substitute it as 0, 0 into pi is 0 plus 5 pi by 6 If I substitute it as say minus 1, n is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus pi plus 5 pi by 6. In which case, in that case it is minus 6 pi plus 5 pi by 6, or is minus pi by 6. What if I consider n is equal to 1 in the second case? These values regarding the first statement. In the second statement, if we substitute n as 0, it is 0 into pi, which is 0, plus the second term 11 pi by 6. The same we get when we substitute n is equal to 1 in the first expression. If I substitute n is equal to 1 in the second, it is 1 into pi, so pi plus 11 pi by 6, which is 6 pi plus 11 pi, that is 17 pi by 6. The same answer we got when we substitute n is equal to 2 in the first expression. If I substitute n is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, then it is 0 into pi. N is equal to 0 we have substituted. Now let me substitute n is equal to minus 1. When we substitute n is equal to minus 1, x will be minus pi plus 11 pi by 6. What is this? Minus 6 pi plus 11 pi divided by 6, which is nothing but 5 pi by 6. So by giving different values for n, we get the same set of solutions, either in the first expression or in the second. So they may look different, but they represent the same set of equations. Also we can write minus 1 by root 3 as minus 1 by root 3 is nothing but tan of pi by 6, and minus tan of pi by 6. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So minus tan theta can be written as tan of minus theta. So here I can write tan of minus pi by 6. Simply we can take a negative sign inside the tan function. So here we have tan x is equal to tan of minus pi by 6. In that case, we can write the general solution as x is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 6. This is also the general solution of the same trigonometric equation, cot x is equal to minus root 3. These three may look different, but they represent the same set of solutions. Next one, cos 4x is equal to cos 2x. Here directly it is in the form cos x is equal to cos y. So we can use this theorem which says first angle, here it is 4x, is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y. But in the place of y, here we have 2x for n belongs to z. So we have to simplify it for x now. There are two cases. First is 4x is equal to 2n pi plus 2x, where n is an integer. The second case is 4x is equal to 2n pi minus 2x. Let us solve for x in both cases. In the first case, 2x, when we take it to the left hand side, it will be minus 2x. And so, on the left hand side it is 2x is equal to, right hand side is 2n pi. So, x is n pi, where n belongs to z. In the second case, minus 2x, when we take it to the left hand side it will be plus 2x. And 4x plus 2x is 6x. So what is x? X is 2n pi by 6, or x is n pi by 3 for integer n. So these two equations represent the solution of the trigonometric equation cos of 4x is equal to cos of 2x. Next problem, solve sin 2x plus cos x is equal to 0. Sin 2x plus cos x is equal to 0. So here we have two terms. We cannot equate two terms to 0. So we simplify this. First, sin 2x. We have a formula for sin 2x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. So let us substitute it. 2 sin x cos x plus the second term as it is cos x is equal to 0. So now we see that cos x is common in both the terms. So let me take it out. So in the first term we have 2 sin x plus cos x has been taken out. So we get 1, note this, is equal to 0. Now this is cos x into 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we have two factors. Product of two factors is 0, which implies the first factor is 0 or the second factor, that is 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. Cos x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 for integer n. Let us simplify the second expression. 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 2 sin x is equal to minus 1 and sin x is equal to minus half. Now to find the general solution of this, either you can find the principal solution, one of the principal solutions, or minus half can be written as minus sine of pi by 6 is half. So sine of pi by 6 and minus sine theta. Minus sine theta can be written as sine of minus theta. So we have sine of minus pi by 6. Sin x is equal to sine of minus pi by 6. So we can use the sin x is equal to sine y implies x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. So here x is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into minus pi by 6, where n is an integer. So the general solution of the given trigonometric equation is x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 for integer n, or x is equal to n pi plus or minus 1 to the power n into minus pi by 6, where n is an integer. Next question, solve cos 3x plus cos x minus cos of 2x is equal to 0. Here let us combine cos 3x and cos x. We have a formula, cos x plus cos y is equal to 2 cos of x plus y by 2 cos of x minus y by 2. So in the place of x, here we have 3x, in the place of y we have x. So let us use the formula, which is 2 cos of 3x plus x by 2 cos of 3x minus x divided by 2, and the third term let us write as it is and equal to 0. So this is 2 cos of 3x plus x is 4x divided by 2 is 2x. 3x minus x is 2x, which divided by 2. So we have cos of x. And the second term is cos of 2x. Now look at the two terms. We have cos 2x common. So take it out. In the first term we get 2 and cos x minus cos 2x has been taken out. So we have a 1. Now it is cos of 2x into 2 cos x minus 1 is equal to 0, which implies either the first factor cos of 2x is 0 or the second factor 2 cos of x minus 1 is 0. Cos of 2x is equal to 0. We can compare it with the second statement here. Cos of x is equal to 0 implies x is odd multiple of pi by 2. So here the angle is 2x. So 2x is odd multiple of pi by 2. Or we can simplify, we can solve it for x. X will be, take this 2 to the right hand side, here it is multiplication. So when you take it to the right hand side, it will be in the denominator. 2 into this 2. So it is 2n plus 1 into pi by 4. Also let us simplify the second expression. 2 cos x is equal to 1. So cos x is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 can be written as cos of pi by 3. So cos x is equal to cos of pi by 3. We can compare it with the cos x is equal to cos y, which implies x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y for integer n. So this is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus pi by 3, where n is an integer. So these two expressions represent the general solution of given trigonometric equation. Next question, solve sin x plus sin 3x plus sin 5x is equal to 0. Here we will be using the formula sin x plus sin y is equal to 2 sin of x plus y by 2 cos of x minus y by 2. But if we apply the formula for first two terms, we will be getting 2 sin of x plus 3x, which is 4x by 2. So there will be sin 2x, and another factor is cos of x minus 3x, which is minus 2x, which divided by 2. So we will be having minus x. Instead of that, let me combine first and third terms. If we combine first and third terms, the first factor is 2 sin of x plus 5x, which is 6x, and when divided by 2 we will have 3x. And also here the second term is sin 3x, so we will be having the common factor sin of 3x. So instead of combining the first and the second terms, here let us combine first and third terms. So let me rewrite the equation as sin x plus sin 5x plus sin 3x is equal to 0. And to the first two terms, let us use the formula which says 2 sin of x plus 5x by 2 sin of x minus 5x by 2 plus sin of 3x is equal to 0. So the first term is 2 sin of 6x by 2, which is 3x, x minus 5x is minus 4x by 2. So, it is minus 2x plus sine of 3x is equal to 0. Now, we see that sine of 3x is a common factor in the two terms. So, we will be taking it out, sine of 3x. When we take it out, here we have 2 sine of minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, which implies either the first factor sine 3x is 0 or the second factor 2 sine of minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Sine 3x is equal to 0 implies 3x is equal to integral multiple of pi, n pi, and hence x is n pi by 3. Or in the other case, 2 sine of minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Sine of minus 2x is nothing but minus sine 2x. So, this is minus 2 sine 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, or sine minus 2 sine 2x is equal to minus 1 sine 2x is equal to minus 1 by minus 2, or is 1 by 2. And 1 by 2 can be written as sine of pi by 6. So, we have it in the form sine x is equal to sine y. So, x is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. So, here 2x is n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. Y is pi by 6. So, what is x? X is, divide the equation by 2. So, x is n pi by 2 plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 2 into 6, 12. So, these two equations represent the general solution of given trigonometric equation. Next question, solve secant square of 2x is equal to 1 minus tan 2x. We would like to have the trigonometric equation in one trigonometric function. So, here either we have to write secant square in terms of tan function or tan in terms of secant function. We can write the secant square in terms of tan function, secant square of theta. What is secant square of theta? It is 1 plus tan square of theta, the identity. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So, secant square of 2x, we can rewrite it as 1 plus tan square of 2x. And the right hand side is 1 minus tan 2x. So, here we can cancel 1 on both sides. So, we have tan square of 2x is equal to minus tan of 2x. Tan 2x is a factor in both LHS and RHS, but we cannot cancel tan 2x. In fact, we can cancel the factor. Suppose in the equation, if it is 2x is equal to 6, we cancel the factor 2 because 2 is not 0. We can cancel the factor only if the factor is not 0. Here the factor is tan of 2x, which can be 0. So, we cannot cancel. We have to solve this trigonometric equation as tan square of 2x plus tan of 2x is equal to 0, in which tan 2x is common. So, let me take it out. So, in the first term we will have tan of 2x, one tan function has been taken out, and in the second term we will have only 1. So this implies either the first factor tan 2x is 0 or the second factor tan 2x plus 1 is 0. Tan 2x is 0, so we can compare it with the third expression here. Tan x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to n pi. So tan 2x is equal to 0 implies 2x is equal to n pi. And so what is x? X is n pi by 2 for n belongs to z. In the second expression, tan 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So tan 2x can be written as minus 1, and minus 1 can be replaced by tan of pi by 4. And minus tan of pi by 4 can be rewritten as tan of minus pi by 4. So we have tan 2x is equal to tan of minus pi by 4. We compare it with the last expression here. So x is n pi plus y. So here in the place of x there is 2x. So 2x is n pi plus y. Y is minus pi by 4. So what is x then? X is, divide the equation by 2. So x is n pi by 2 minus pi by 2 into 4 is 8. So x is equal to n pi by 2 minus pi by 8, and x is equal to n pi by 2 for n integer n represent the general solution of the given trigonometric equation. Next question, 2 cos square x plus 3 sin x is equal to 0. Here also we would like to write the trigonometric equation in one trigonometric function. So either we have to write a sine in terms of cos, or we have to write cos square in terms of sine square. We know that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x. So let us replace cos square x by 1 minus sin square x. So the equation becomes 2 into 1 minus sin square x plus 3 sin x is equal to 0. That is 2 into 1 2 minus 2 into sin square x plus 3 sin x. Or we can rewrite this equation by multiplying by minus 1, so that coefficient of sin square x is positive. Minus 1 into this is minus 1 into minus 2 sin square x, which will be plus 2 sin square x. Minus 1 into 3 sin x is minus 3 sin x. Minus 1 into the constant term, that is 2, is minus 2. So now it is a quadratic equation in sin x. For simplification, you can take sin x as, say, a. So you can rewrite this equation as 2a square minus 3a minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We can solve for a. A is nothing but sin x. How to solve a quadratic equation? Here 2 and minus 2, which is a minus 4. So we have to split the minus 4 into 2 factors, so that their sum is minus 3. So we can go for minus 4 and 1. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. So let us write minus 3a as minus 4a plus a. So in the first two term, 2a is common, take it out. So 2 taken out, so 1a remains. Here a has been taken out, so we will have 2 plus from these two, 1 we will be taking it out. And so now we have a minus 2 as a common factor. So when I take it out, we get 2a plus 1. That means substitute back the value of sin x. This implies sin x minus 2 into 2 into sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now we have product of two factors which is 0. So we can equate the factors to 0. That is sin of 2x, that is the sin of x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. The first expression implies sin x is equal to 2, but can sin function take the value 2? Sin is in between minus 1 and plus 1. It cannot be more than 1. So sin x cannot take the value 2. This is impossible. So we have only one option, that is 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0, which implies 2 sin x is equal to minus 1, or sin x is equal to minus half, and minus half can be written as minus sin of pi by 6, or is sin of minus pi by 6. So it is of the form sin x is equal to sin of minus pi by 6. Compare it with this. So we have x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. In the place of y here we have minus pi by 6. So the general solution of the given trigonometric equation is x is equal to n pi plus or minus 1 to the power n into minus pi by 6 for integer n. So this is all about general solution of a trigonometric equation.